Hey everybody, welcome to the latest installment in Taproom Tuesdays with Jay. I'm joined by Ian Powell, Oakland United's head brewer, and we feel like it's the season to talk about dark beers and high ABV beers. So I'll let Ian get started.
So we've got three little things to chat about today, and mostly I kind of want to showcase some of the cool malt that is expressed in these dark and heavier beers. A lot of like roast and caramel malts that come through in all of these. Some of them very dark, such as like a Carafa. Some that are just really lightly kilned that give you a nice sweet caramel flavor. So we're going to talk about our Queensberry Rules, our East Bay Nights, which is a black lager, and the No Sleep Till Oakland, which is our coffee collab with Bicycle Coffee. Jay, will you pour as well? And I just want to showcase, like, I want people to see just how wonderful of dark and like the gradation of different dark beers that you can get with really interesting like kiln malts. These, if you just pour, they're almost the same color, but these are such varied beers. The Schwartz beer, the black lager, being light, refreshing, with just a little bit of roast. The breakfast porter having a very interestingly layered level of multiple caramels, two different types of kilned caramel malt, and then the Queensberry Rules also looking very dark, though this is us roasted barley. So this is like, as we see, three different beers that ostensibly people might think are the same from the front edge, actually have a lot of different varying flavor that can come through by these malts being able to be expressed.
So what kind of flavor are we going to get out of the East Bay Night?
So the East Bay Night is, because it is a lager, you're getting a lot of like that light, like very little yeast characteristic, but you're getting a good roast coffee note coming off that East Bay Night.
With a really nice light body,
yeah,
right?
Really
because
nice
of
light body.
The fermentation style.
Whereas in the difference, the breakfast porter has a much bigger, more robust body feeling, despite the fact that they are, only about 1% ABV different from each other.
And what, like 100 pounds of coffee in this guy?
Yeah, there's 100 pounds of coffee that went into that one. So,
yeah, big shout out to Bicycle Coffee right up the road from us. If you're a coffee drinker, you should definitely check them out. They got locations all over Oakland. And why don't you tell us about a Wee Heavy? Because that's one that our client base has been kind of asking stylistically. Or you could just drink it.
Yeah, I will. So a Wee Heavy is a classic Scottish style that it used to be counted on. The ABV would then be regulated for like how strong it was, which is how much it would then cost. So, we got a guy over there.
I'll step away so you can finish this video up.
And so a Wee Heavy, this would be about a pence 80 is what our Wee Heavy would be close to. So it's one that it usually has roast barley, a couple of kiln caramel malts, and a lot of classic English Maris Otter. So it's one that it's smoky, it's rich, it's a very umami beer that I think is wonderful for the winter season.
And the umami's like savory, right?
Right.
Yeah. In case the folks at home don't know.
No, thank you, Jay, for elaborating on Ian's nonsense.
That's what I'm here for.
I think you did a good job.
Well, we sure appreciate you tuning in to this week's installment of Taproom Tuesdays with Jay. Big thanks to Ian, and drink more beer.